Welcome back. It's time now for our favorite segment on Closing Bell, D Street Chatter. Nimesh gets us into an insight into what dealing rooms are saying. Nimesh?
Hi, Nimesh. Again, it's a volatile day of trade. The Nifty is off highs. And again, there are fresh concerns of geopolitical risk, and that's putting a bit of pressure on the Indian markets as well. Though we recovered in the first half, but the flows are on the negative side. And again, I understand FI is going to be net sellers in today's market. So that's the overall feedback on the flows. I guess the sector of the day is clearly technology, and that's been the play out for the last few days as well, that there is a bit of buying back into technology stocks. TCS will report the numbers today evening. And there is an anticipation that maybe you'll see a bit of a pullback in all the technology names. So there is a bit of anticipation of strong numbers and hence a bit of recovery in those stocks there. I guess from a macro point of view, the rising crude and the fact that rupee is at new high is a bit of a concern in the near term, and that's playing on the sentiment as well. But from a flow point of view, FIs are still better sellers, and all the recovery is getting sold into. So technically, 17,300 seems to be a bit of a resistance, and 17,000 level seems to be a kind of a support. So we'll be in that range, but I guess the sector of the day is clearly technology on renewed buying interest.
Absolutely. Mid caps are now starting to join the large caps as well. Nimesh, in terms of individual names and what you're picking up around that?
Hi, Prashant. So in terms of individual names, the first stock is Axis Bank. Within the financial, that stock stands out today on very good volumes, and it's up 2%, largely on back of buy flows. And I understand one of the leading long-only fund seems to be an active buyer in Axis Bank. So hence, there is a bit of outperformance in that stock. That's the first one. The second stock is PG Electroplast. There was a block deal. Nearly 0.5% equity had changed hands in today's block. And I understand in terms of buyers, a domestic PMS was a buyer in today's block. So the disclosures will be important as far as PG Electroplast is concerned. So that's the second one. The third stock is L&T. Well, the stock is down 1.5% in today's trade, under pressure. But again, this is among one of those few large cap stocks which I understand there is a bit of buying interest back from larger FIs. So the volumes are on the higher side. The stock is down, but there is buying interest back at these levels in L&T. So that's the third one. And the last stock is India Cements. Again, that stock is buzzing in trade, up 2%. The street is anticipating some sort of a deal very soon, and largely it's going to be in the lines of deleveraging the balance sheet. So some stake sale is what the street is anticipating, which is likely to come very soon, and hence India Cement is buzzing in trade today.
Well, yeah, that's right, Nimesh. The India Cement is an interesting one. I just reached out to one promoter who's overseas. I am not sure which one is it, but we'll wait by India Cements. Clearly, there's a lot of buzz on that front. So we'll keep an eye out on all those stocks that are on your radar.